Hello my bitty bees, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to kind of quickly show you how I've been removing and replacing my extensions. This is kind of going to be a video that takes transition between 2 days because I don't have enough time to do all the steps in one day. So the first step is removing your tape hair extensions. What I recommend for this is either buying a professional tape extension remover, which you can buy on Amazon or at a beauty supply store if you can find it at a beauty supply store, or using pure acetone, which I don't really recommend today. Just because it's not really the best for your hair, but it will remove the tape effectively without pulling out your hair, which is exactly what you want to do. You want to remove them correctly so that the tape is completely dissolved enough so that it releases from your hair without pulling out any actual strands. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be using 100% pure acetone nail polish remover to remove the tape from my extensions. Or like I said, if you can buy actual tape extension remover online, you can do that just because it's usually formulated with other ingredients to add a little bit of hydration to your hair at the same time. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any online fast enough. Like it was going to take like a month to get to me, and I was like, you know what, no, screw it, these need to come out now. So yeah, let's get started. First, I'm going to be combing my hair just to ensure that there's no knots or anything, because if there are knots, it's going to make it harder for you to pull out the extension carefully without ripping out your hair. My extensions, I like to leave in to the latest possible time of having them in, just because it makes it easier for the tape to release from your actual strand of hair. So that point being when the tape literally is naturally lifting away. That way when you remove the extension, it's just a lot easier. So I'm just going to zoom in for you guys today and expose whatever extensions are first to be exposed. I have probably had my extensions in for over a month now. So you can see there's one right here. It's not looking the best. It's kind of like tangling to the other hair below it and stuff, which isn't good. So just clipping my hair there. And you want to do one at a time because the tape will rebond after it dries. So just taking the acetone and just putting a few splats right onto the bond, and then just taking your fingernail and slowly separating the two bits and quickly just kind of peeling it away. Just like that. You want to do this individually to each bond because once the acetone starts to evaporate and dry off, the tape will re-stick. Like I can feel there is still some tape there, so I'll probably go in after with a comb and just try to work it out a little bit. But that's more or less it. That's the trick to it. I have seen other methods of doing this, like using oil, but to be honest, that's a really tedious and time-consuming way, and it does leave your hair very oily for quite a while after, and it doesn't really separate it nicely. So this one I didn't remove fast enough, so I have to put more acetone and just pull it away. Don't be afraid if you have to use more acetone than you would like, just because it will help ensure that you're not, pulling out your actual hair too much. But yeah, so I'm going to repeat this process throughout my entire head because it will take a while. And when I'm done, I'm going to remove any little bits of tape that might be remaining in my hair. And then I also want to take the opportunity to recolor my hair, refresh the color, because you can't do that when you have extensions in at all. I never recommend doing hair dye when you have extensions in. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now, and I will tune back in when all my extensions are out and I am ready to put in my new extensions. All right, my bitty bees, I am back. It's officially a few days, maybe almost a week, since I took my extensions out and started doing my hair recovery makeover thing. So I refreshed my color. It turned out a little not exactly like how I wanted it to be, but that's totally okay. I honestly could care less at this point. But my hair has grown so much from having my extensions in, and that's one of the main reasons why I've been wearing them so consistently, is because my hair is very thin and really fragile, and it's also color damaged. So for me to grow my hair naturally is tedious and rarely happens. So this honestly is the most growth I've had in probably over 2 years, to be honest. And that's with wearing extensions for 8 months straight. If you remove them correctly and carefully, and also insert them correctly, then you're gonna have limited damage. Unfortunately for me, the first time I did them, I didn't put enough hair in between each weft, so I did have a little bit of hair loss upon removal. But overall, since then, I don't really get much hair loss at all when I remove them. In the demonstration of me removing my extensions, I showed you myself doing it using acetone, and I recommended not to do that. And it's so funny because like I ordered my extension release product that I normally use, and it didn't arrive until literally like a few days ago, which is why I just desperately used acetone. But I do recommend using a proper product to remove your extensions, because it releases them like acetone would, but the difference is that it doesn't leave as much residue, if any at all. So that's something that I had to work at getting out of my hair, which just requires conditioner, like a ton of conditioner, and combing your hair a lot in the shower. But now that that's done, I'm all ready to put my extensions back in, so I'm going to demonstrate that for you guys today. When I put my extensions back in, I reuse my hair. I reuse the extensions, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you guys today on what I normally would do when retaping my extension wefts and also repurposing the hair. You can use the same extensions from anywhere from 4 to 8 months, depending on how well you care for them. I'd say I got maybe 6 to 7 months out of the original extensions that I got from Amazing Beauty Hair. I do have new ones. I got some new ones that I'm going to be putting in today, but I personally prefer my own tape instead of the tape that automatically comes on the extensions. So I'm going to retape these using the tape that I prefer, and I'm just going to show you guys how I do that now. In all honesty, this is the most uncomfortable filming position I have ever been in, and I lost the light because it got overcast, so please pardon the lighting throughout this video. But anyway, I'm a little bit closer to show you guys how I normally do this. If you guys want to see an actual video on how I put in my extensions, then you can click the video up in the cards above. That will be the full tutorial on how to put in your own tape-in hair extensions by yourself at home. But the purpose of this video is just showing you how I reinstall my extensions, retape them, and then start inserting them again. So let's get started. So here in my hands, I have a fresh new weft. Also imagine it as an old weft that has already been used. So for the new one, it comes with a little protective cover over it. If it was a weft that has already been used, it's going to be sticky with the tape that was previously attached to your hair. To remove that, it will already be starting to lift because of that acetone that we previously applied. Taking your extension release or your acetone, you're just going to get a little extra of it onto the weft. Right onto that tape that we don't want, and then it should just easily peel right off. It's a little bit slippery, but just like that. You can add a few drops more. Make sure you only do one weft out at a time. Don't be trying to rush and doing multiple extensions at the same time, because it's going to get messy, it's going to get sticky, and you're going to end up wasting your extension release. And that's it. The weft is bare. It has no existing tape on it, and it's ready to have new tape added on. For my Amazing Beauty hair extensions, which I absolutely love, they are my favorite tape-in extensions that I've ever used. I like using this replacement tape. I have no idea what brand it is. It literally is like a more or less brandless tape that you can get on Amazon in extra strong. So I just go ahead and take one of these sections of tape, which fits generically to all tape and hair extension lengths, and I just simply put it right over top of that area I removed. When applying your tape, make sure it's on the rough textured side and not the smooth side, being the part that is not supposed to be taped. The rough side is rough so that the tape bonds to it. So just going in and pressing that fresh new tape right over. That is exactly how I replace the tape on my hair extensions after I remove them. So now that that is done, this extension is fine and ready to go and be installed into the hair. I'm gonna do this to the rest of the wefts and tune back in later when I am ready to install them. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how I install my retaped extensions really quickly. If you want to see the full application process and method that I do this, then like I said before, please check out the hair extension installation video for tape and hair extensions at home, because I literally filmed an entire tutorial using the exact same Amazing Hair Beauty extensions in a different video. But I'm just going to quickly demonstrate what I normally do, and then tune back in when they're all attached. So just so you guys know, my hair is freshly cleaned and a little bit blow dried so that it's nice and ready for installation. The kind of golden rule for applying your own tape extensions, or whenever you put in your tape extensions, is to grab the same amount of hair that is present on the weft. Any little than that or any less than that, you will have damaged hair. Not meaning damaged, but you will pull out hair by wearing the extensions, which you don't want to do. That's the mistake I did the first time that I did my own tape and hair extensions, is that I didn't put enough hair in between each weft. So the end result was me getting a little bit of hair loss, but now I know not to do that. So taking about maybe this much of hair to be taped to, about an equivalent amount for the hair to wrap around, and then just pulling off the new plastic protector off that fresh tape that I just applied. And then I don't like to put them too close to the root because then it gets really uncomfortable. So I just kind of give it a little bit of wiggle room and put them a little bit lower than the actual roots so that my hair doesn't have too much tension, and then just sandwich it together. Push really firmly on the extension to make sure it's bonded to the two sides of the glue. And there you have it, a freshly applied tape-in hair extension. So I'm gonna put in the rest of my extensions and tune back in when it's all done and show you guys the end result. I think I'm gonna have to cut them because this time I got the 20-inch ones, which is a little longer than I would like. But anyway, let's tune in a little bit later. Okay, my bitty bees, welcome back. My extensions are back in my hair and they are super long and fresh because I chose to do a fresh new set of extensions. Like literally the hair is brand new. It is looking extremely thin and smooth, but trust me, whenever you get extensions and you wash them once, they don't look this crazy smooth. They kind of go to a more normal hair texture that matches my hair texture. But yeah, this is it. So they are all completely installed with fresh layers of tape. They feel fresh and healthy. And yeah, that literally is how I refresh and retape in my extensions, including removal process, replacing of the tape, and then installing them. So this is the end result. I am going to cut them like I normally do, probably to about here. So take off just a couple inches or so. And that's it. So if you guys do want to see how to fully install a new set of hair extensions, then definitely, like I said before, check out the video in the cards above, because in that video, I completely demo how to install your own DIY tape-in hair extensions. This video was just dedicated to sharing the removal and replacement process, just because I did get a lot of questions about that, especially in my vlogs. Whenever I say I'm removing and replacing my extensions, I get a bunch of questions on how exactly to do that. So I'm glad I could share it with you guys today. I hope this video was helpful to you guys. Remember to thumbs up if it was. And just a reminder, I do get my hair extensions from the lovely Amazing Hair Beauty. I will have the exact extensions that I use in the description box down below, so you can find them there with a little discount code. And remember to subscribe to see more videos on my beauty channel, fashion, everything beauty related. Anyway, I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.